Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining me here today so that we could discuss Vampire in Oakland. So this movie has a pretty simple narrative. There is a street gang that's having issues with problems cropping up on their turf, whether it's people disappearing or, drug trades being taken over or raided, and they're just sick of it. They've got to put their foot down and push back so that they can reclaim their turf and, push back whoever these rivals are. But the issue is that these aren't just normal like gangbangers that are trying to sabotage them. Instead, it's a group of vampires. And that's what the premise here of this movie is. It's pretty much just gangsters versus vampires. I love that premise. I love the fact that this movie is only 65 minutes long. I think that's fantastic. Unfortunately, the movie itself doesn't live up to that like amazing premise. And there's a little bit of like vampire versus gangster stuff going on, and it's kind of interesting at times, but the story just didn't hook me in. It's too much focused in on the crime, and I was kind of hoping for more like action or even like a little bit of horror, but I mainly wanted like action. I wanted to see the fights between these two, factions, and you don't really get to see much of that. I thought the acting was okay, but it was kind of boring and forgettable. There's a little bit of corniness to it that was kind of fun, but there's not a lot of B-movie vibes here. It's just kind of there. It's not really outlandishly bad, but it's just kind of like not memorable. And ultimately, I was disappointed here because I do think this premise has a lot of potential, but there's like almost, no blood. There's very little actual vampire action. I wanted like epic show. Well, I mean, I know this movie's like low budget, so I didn't expect like the world, but I thought there would be a little bit, a few little neat set pieces here and there. And ultimately, this just turned out to be kind of dull and forgettable. Again, not really like terrible. So if the premise is like really that interesting to you and it's only an hour and 5 minutes long, I can see why you might want to give it a try. But just have realistic expectations that this is more of like a crime drama with a little bit of thriller. So don't expect a lot of action or horror. But anyway, that's my review of Vampire in Oakland. I really wanted to like this one, but ultimately it was just kind of a snooze. But thank you so much for watching this review. I do greatly appreciate it. If you want to check out more, I've got a movie review playlist right here on YouTube with over 1,000 reviews in there already. But thank you so much for watching this one, and hopefully I'll see you soon.